Greetings. I'm going to bring you outside. And anyone that's living in Louisiana, hi Tanya, hi Andy. Anyone that's living in Louisiana will know we've been having this most amazing reset. And so the reset happened when we decided we didn't want to pay for insurance when we can just be outside in this gorgeous field. It's like a painting. And the moon is at Nunus. And the dogs are here, and I might have a visitor come in. Deborah Faye of the Realm might be coming to visit. So we're gonna play a little. And today, I don't have my little holder, so I'm just gonna hold it. So you guys can see I'm in the moon. So exciting. And today was an awesome day. I actually made my first orgonite. So orgonite is you take like resin and then you put crystals and you put metal and then metal shavings, and then it brings the not so positive EMF stuff that's happening with all this electronic devices. It actually grounds it into the earth. And so super excited having made these pyramids and little orgonite things to put in the van and actually do some guerrilla art installations around Lafayette at some of the cell phone towers. And if anyone isn't aware about EMFs, it's something that you really need to look at, because a lot of our electronic devices are, if we're not spending enough time in nature resetting, it can be very disturbing. And 4G affects our water, so it can mess up the internal of our water, and 5G messes up the cellular membrane and actually our DNA. So they just turned on 5G in a couple of cities. So we have to get sovereign and make sure that our human genome is in good order. So whatever you can, I highly recommend turning off your router at night or your cell phone. Turn it on airplane mode or something, and so that you're not being bombarded by things that you can't even see, but they're real. So I thought I would start out with a little music. So if anybody has anything they want to play along, you want to sing or play some music, because music is like our first language. So if we all sang to each other, wouldn't that be beautiful? Hi Betsy, hi Crystal, hi Zerelda, hi Danny. I'm like so excited. So I have Mother with me today, and it's made out of a tank drum, and it's also tuned to 432. And for all the musicians that know about music, we tune normal Western music to 440. But in the music of our universe, it's tuned to 432. So this is Mother the Tank Drum tuned to 432. So I'm going to play a little and play along. Elvis is crying, so it said that was enough of the mother for right now. And I wanted to play a little in the energy realms. So, everyone spends a lot of time up here in our heads, right? And everything that we have that we think in our heads has already been kind of thought before. It's kind of like our computer processor. And when we have a computer processor, if we don't reprogram it into the things that we want and or believe in, it just runs these patterns and programs. So in one of the teachers that brought the teachings from the high Andes of Peru, the prophecy of the eagle and the condor. So the eagle flies in North America, and that is our brain. So we have all this, like, you know, the technology and the brain, and in South America they have a condor, and they're really connected to their heart. And so in order for us to evolve as a species, we have to connect our mind and our heart so that our action in the world creates a different world. So right now the Western society is kind of disconnected from their heart. And so how can we come into our heart? You know, I like to reset, like using music, or I use the elements. I'll use water to reset myself to come out of my head and into my heart. And so enter the energy that, like, is stored up here. I have to kind of find the elevator and bring it back so that it's like I'm not running my old patterns of fight or flight and scarcity or lack or not good enough. I mean, that's like my biggest one, is like not good enough. It was, you know, running, because when you're a little bit different, like a little bit different, people are kind of looking at you, and you know, you can kind of feel it when you're sensitive. You can kind of feel they're kind of like maybe thinking you're crazy or whatever. But so what happens is when you can turn this off, and then you can come in to be informed by your heart and informed by following what brings you your highest joy, which these rainbow medicine play dates is like my highest joy, is just to come out into nature, bring you guys along. I'm going to bring you out into the sunset right now because it's just stunning. And when you can do that, you can come into your highest level of excitement that then changes the vibration of how the whole world can look. I mean, the clouds and the sky, and it brings you into the present moment. And now I'm out of my head and into my heart because I'm doing my highest joy. And so I just had the thing that I really wanted to share, like today, about this medicine of the heart, is you could be doing something that you think is like the right thing to do, you know, and I've always been like, oh, I want to get out there and I want to teach a class and I want to give this Peruvian medicine back, and so people can have like the gifts that I've been given. And every time I try to do it, I'm coming from my head, and it just keeps going like, oh, that's not so fun. So I kind of like start something and then I'm like, oh, that's another iteration. So this is like a medicine lesson for anybody that's been trying to create something, but they're only creating it from their mind, and they're not checking in with what brings them the highest joy. It's like, what is it that makes you the highest joy? And trusting that doing your highest joy will be the thing that will be, you know, the thing that everybody will get inspired by, and including myself. So I don't really want to do anything that I'm not inspired by. And so I'm gonna walk out in this mushy gushy. It's so gushy out here, and the water has come, the rain has come, and taking time to come into my heart, into the clover, into the water, into the reflections of this nature, and playing in it. So today I have a patch on, and you can see it. Here it is. And you see in the middle of it, there's energetic, and then there's mythic, symbolic, and literal. So if we play in the energy of creation, it's kind of, you can see that sun and the wind and the clouds, and we're playing in the energy of it. And most people spend most of their time in the literal. So we're talking, trying to figure it out, and it doesn't really shift anything. But if I went into it and I changed it and I went into the energy of it and I became more like an element in it, I'm going to change my thought into what a rainbow medicine play date looks like, and I'm playing in nature. I'm playing with the wind, I'm playing with the cars that go by, I'm playing with the waters that's in that field, in the clouds, in the sun. I'm changing my perspective in the world. And so the other thing that the ancients did, and I kind of, if you want to change how to get out of your head, read a poem. So in poetry, they've gone into the mythic. So when we're telling a myth, it has more meaning than that story that you're telling in your head. And so whenever I'm like having a really hard time in my head, I'll make up a mythic story about it. So it's not just this same thing happened to me. It will have like a fairy tale is kind of like a mythic story. So, and then you can change your whole perspective, because it's not just you telling your old story again. That sun is just spectacular. So that, and changing it up, bringing it into a new way of being and playing. And I'm hoping Deborah's going to come out and play with us. But here we are. Here's the moon. There's Nunu. It got a new roof. That was another reason we had to change up the medicine date, because they just finished up the roof. And we decided we didn't want to have it inside. So this van I've had for like, let's see, I think 5 years now. And it's about to go really on the road. So if you hear that I'm doing something and you want to come join in the fun and the play, we're going to have play dates out and about in different towns, Lafayette and different areas. I'm back in here because it's a little loud outside. Here I am in the moon, in the colors, in the vibration, and playing in the energy of creation. So one of the other things I wanted to kind of talk about in my little patch here is when we do work, we want to change something. And so how I can change something is coming into my heart with it. Here comes Deborah. Come on in, Deborah.
Are you about to play for us?
Well, come on in. We're talking on the Facebook Live. Don't worry about your shoes. We're very muddy. This is Deborah Faye.
Hello.
My rainbow grandmother play date partner.
Yay.
So
Hi, everyone.
We're so excited that we decided to take our rainbow play dates out in nature and enjoy the realm. Come closer so you can.
It's super beautiful.
It's super beautiful. The sun just came out.
Mm.
So I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you
For showing up. Oh, let's talk about that, showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got this message about showing up recently, and we just had to flip the script on what showing up means. Because we got into our heads about what showing up meant, and we got all like this obligation and oh my God, we got to show up, and all of a sudden sudden we decided showing up means showing up for yourself. Showing up means showing up for your highest joy.
Yes. Highest joy.
Highest joy. And so that's what I wanted to remind myself. I wanted to remind myself to tell you the story about the prophecy, the eagle and the condor, and down Manuel-Key's belly. He comes down and he says, in order for us to change the way we're in the world as a species, the condor from South America with the heart and the eagle from North America with the head have to learn to connect the heart and the head. So how do we do that? So this was his prayer for us. And he said this. He said, may your heart, your individual heart, my individual heart has to get so excited about what we're doing.
Yes.
That it just has this receiving, two chambers receiving, two chambers giving, but it gets so full that it bursts and it then rains down and informs our brain, that informs then our action in the world. So we decided that this is going to be super fun to play Rainbow Medicine play dates. Now we're going to do some chi balls too. So this was we're making some, oh, she just sent one to you guys. Did you feel it? Okay.
Who's
So
there?
Lori's there.
Yay.
Susan. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
And Crystal's on. She said hi, Deborah Faye.
Hey, Crystal.
And so here we are. We're going to send one to all the people out there. But first, I'm going to give one to myself. I highly recommend this, okay?
Yeah.
Make a little ball like this. Feel the energy. When you can feel your energy of your hands kind of connecting, and it kind of goes doing, doesn't it? Like doing, you feel it.
It's kind of warm.
It's warm.
Mm-hmm.
And now give it to yourself. You give it to yourself because guess what? You showed up.
Fill her up.
You showed up, so you filled it up. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you guys one. So I'm gonna get a big one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather all that love that I can feel from it's just I'm gonna have to bring you outside again. That light is stunning. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna give it. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Can you feel it?
Oh. Anyone have any questions? Chi balls.
Gee, look at all the love.
Chi balls.
Chi balls.
So,
We take 'em
back
with
at
us.
ya. I feel it.
We
All
take
right.
them with us everywhere we go.
So everywhere you go, every single one of us is a healer. So if anyone told you that there's somebody out there that's going to heal you and you're not it,
Send them a chi ball.
because you're really it. Okay, you're really it. So we're going to tag your it. All right.
Mhm.
So we highly recommend taking this little chi ball exercise, bringing it out to, so you don't have to show anybody you're doing it. You can do it online. You're at the grocery store, and you just make this little intention. Somebody's having a bad day. People that are having bad days need more love, not less. So we get this little thing going, and we're just, oh, there we go. Lori, I laugh like Beth, huh, Susan? Hi, Jennifer. Okay, and so then I'm just going to do this secret little chi ball for somebody because they're needing it. And so when I can be in this kind of balanced energy and be giving to this stranger who's giving me the hardest time ever,
Because of what I'm wearing or the color of my hair or some craziness like that.
or just because they're having a bad day.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to make this little present for them, and we're just going to toss it like this. Toss it like this. And then just pay attention, because whenever I give a gift to anything, to nature, to the water, I wait to see how it's received. And just pay attention, because they might just look over at you and smile.
It usually works.
It does work.
Yeah.
Even here at Nunu's, we had somebody that is an amazing human having a hard day, and I think a lot of people out there we're struggling with trying to get into out of this like pain and suffering of this densities of our systems that are kind of, you know, a little bit rocky. Our systems are a little bit rocky. So in order to come out of rockiness, we have to learn to play more
Yeah.
and laugh. Yeah.
Humans being.
The humans being. So we're going to bring you back outside
Yeah, I
because
wanna go
it's so stunning. There it is. Oh!
It's so beautiful. It feels so great.
And
the
the-
air's so clean.
The air is clean, the birds. The birds here in Louisiana are migrating. So we have a lot of different kinds of birds. We have some cows over there. And there's that beautiful, beautiful sun. Ah!
Right here, the donkey.
Hee-haw! And there's the storm that came through a little earlier.
Oh, so beautiful.
So this is another practice I wanted to offer you guys. I know the churches, that needs more love, not less. The more we go into hating, the more we're going to have this kind of destruction. So that's why we're playing in the energies of the highest that you can get, the highest you can get. We're going to offer it to the people that are hurting, because hurt people hurt people. So we want to offer that to those churches that have lost their place of worship. We offer that chi balls to that. So we're going to send a little energy.
Was there a church lost today?
It was 3 churches got burnt.
Oh,
And, yeah, so we keep that. There's a lot of duality in this world that we're living in. And the way to overcome our duality is not to go against it. It's actually to go into it. So we all have shadow parts of ourselves. We all have stuff in ourselves that we haven't liked, or, you know, hard things that have happened to us. I mean, really terrible things. And instead of judging someone else for the terrible things, we have to find it in our heart to forgive ourselves
And everyone else.
and everyone else.
There's no way we can put ourselves in another person's position to judge them anyway.
No. So we're gonna play more.
Play.
So now, this is one of the things Deborah and I love to do. So we're gonna focus it over here. We love to shadow dance.
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Ahoy!
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Shadow.
Nice to dance with you,
I
Shadow.
love you, my Shadow. I say ahoy joy. The only way I can get to joy is to actually embrace my shadow. And I have these large arms, and I love to wave my wings around. I was like, oh my God, who can embrace their large wings?
I can embrace my little
There you go.
gray hair.
Woo! Yeah. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you enjoyed our play date. We'll be coming back
Yes.
and more fun, and we're going to tell you when we're going to have a play date. Maybe it will be downtown Lafayette and anyone wants to join in chi ball activities or shadow dancing or sunset watching.
Free
or
hugs.
Free hugs.
Yep. Hello.
I love you.
Love you.
Mwah. Take care, you guys.
Bye.
Be good.
Enjoy the sunset.
Love you, Crystal. Love everybody.